All right, it's time now for our deep dive. And as we wrap up Black History Month, we're taking a look back at the people who were a big part of Austin's history and people who are a big part of Austin's future. We begin with the backstory of a popular Austin neighborhood. Here's Bob Buckaloo.
It takes a lot of money to buy a home in this neighborhood. This is the area known as Clarksville, west of downtown Austin. But there's one house here that's not for sale. It's the home that belonged to Hezekiah Haskell and his family at 1703 Waterston Avenue. The Haskell house was built in the 1870s in what once was a thriving black community. Clarksville was a freedom colony where formerly enslaved people found a place to live following the Civil War and emancipation. The house stayed in the Haskell family until the 1970s when it was donated to the city of Austin. Today, it serves as a museum that tells the story of historic Clarksville and of the strong pioneers who lived here. In the 1920s, Austin City Hall urged black families to abandon freedom colonies like Clarksville and move to East Austin, where they were promised paved roads and utilities. Many families took the offer and moved to the east side, but many of Clarksville's black residents remained until the 1970s, when gentrification eventually forced them to move. The story of the Haskells and the black families who lived in Clarksville is the focus of a fascinating new documentary that can be viewed on the Austin Parks and Recreation Department's YouTube page. It tells a story of determination, change, and loss for the generations of black Americans who once called Clarksville their home.
Growing up in Clarksville was great, though. We grew up so close, like brothers and sisters almost. We looked out for each other. There was more love in the community then. There's more love in the community. But things have changed.
Bob Buckaloo, KVUE News.
And Bethany Cemetery is the first African-American cemetery in Austin. And as the city continues to grow, one community leader is devoted to keeping a big part of the city's past alive. Here's KVUE's Isabella Basco.
For Sue Spears, the president of the Bethany Cemetery Association of Travis County, every headstone tells a story.
When space was no longer available for blacks to be buried in Oakwood, then Bethany became a reality. We have people that were enslaved, that lived through slavery and emancipation. We have Civil War soldiers.
As the city of Austin gentrifies, Spears is feeling an urgency to step up preservation efforts. In the past, the cemetery has faced the threat of being taken over by a development company. While the development will still get built, they did make an agreement with the Bethany Cemetery Association to not interfere with it. Still, there's work to be done.
Many times we have come out to, broken headstones. We even have had some satanic rituals that have gone on here.
Keith Crippen helps with conservation work at the cemetery.
In death, these people need the respect they didn't get during their life, and it was really sad to see this place looking so run down.
To help people better understand its significance, Spears says they are working on getting more signs outlining the history and offering tour groups where people can learn more.
They endured so much in their lifetime, and they laid the foundation to what we enjoy today.
Keeping a part of Austin's story alive in a changing city. Reporting in East Austin, Isabella Basco for KVUE News.
Bella, thank you very much. It is now 7:21, and there's a dance school in East Austin that's been providing a space for young black dancers for the past 17 years. This is a really cool story. KVUE's Malia Masamoto spent the day with the dancers as well as the founder of Ballet Afrique, who is passionate about sharing her culture through dance.
Let's go tendu, retire, tendu, plie.
Leotards, tights, and tendus.
Squeeze, ankles come up right where they are. Touch the heels.
Everything you'd expect to see in a ballet class, but the music.
Containers over your head.
Is what makes Ballet Afrique unique. It's how Ballet Afrique's founder China Smith envisions ballet. Growing up, the ballet bar didn't always feel like home to Smith.
When you are a ballerina and you are brown, sometimes you're the only one in the room.
While the music played during her childhood ballet classes was classical to some of the dancers, it was never to her.
It might be classical in this part of the world, but it is not the all be all in the classical music. Classical can be from any country.
So she's giving young dancers the studio that she was never able to experience growing up.
Nice, Angelina! Nice, Darren! Yes, 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 yes! I like to connect the two and bring both into, mostly bringing the cultural significance of African dance into the ballet world, just so that it makes sense in our bodies.
The combination of ballet technique and African music adds purpose and storytelling.
There's a billion different rhythms inside this rhythm.
And gives dancers like Angelina more confidence.
For my daughter, I wanted those same things. I also wanted strength, confidence, her ability to express herself, and then also be around other girls that are looking to do the same thing.
Apart from ballet, the dancers also train in traditional African dance.
I'm really comfortable here and I love moving my body. It's easier to get into and really feel it in your heart.
At Ballet Afrique, generations of dancers have learned not only technique, but cultural pride.
It's just like my home. I can't imagine being anywhere else or doing anything else, so for me it's just like a part of who I am.
I had no idea when I started this what the outcome was going to be. I'm very proud of it.
Parents say Smith is the one to thank for that.
Oh, it's China. It's China, hands down. She's a pillar for the community. Well, Black history is American history, so she's a part of that.
And inside this space that these dancers call home, they'll continue learning and sharing their passions well beyond the bar.
It's for everybody to share. It's not just for Black people. It's for Black people to show the beauty of their culture so that we can change the world.
In Austin, Malia Masimoto, KVUE News.
See the passion and the meaning on China's face there. She kind of hit her cheeks there. Malia, thank you so very much.